Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pizza fans of all ages. My name is Mike, and welcome to Pizzaman Mario. And today I have a very interesting video. Now, y'all familiar with my plush wrestling series, correct? Pizzaman Mario Championship Wrestling, otherwise known as PCW. Well, you know how I have all my championship belts for it? Well, today, I'm going to give you guys a tutorial on how to make your own championship belts like these. Now, before I do that, I want to give a quick shout out to Super Mario Plush 2006 for giving me the idea for this video. He was asking me how to make his own championship belts like these, because he has his own Plush Wrestling series, Plush Wrestling Federation, or PWF. He wants to make championship belts like the ones I have. So, that gave me the idea to do a tutorial video to show you guys my process of making these belts. So, let's not waste any more time and get into that. So y'all take a seat, get comfortable, grab your snacks and beverages, and let's get started. Now before we start making any championship belt, we're going to need some materials. So what you'll need are some pieces of cardboard, some pieces of construction paper, a pair of scissors, some tape. I like to use the Scotch tape because it's the best tape to use to tape cardboard together in my opinion. So I would recommend using Scotch tape, glue stick, and a ruler. Once you have your materials ready, you can go and start making the championship belt. First things first, we're going to go ahead and make the straps. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our ruler and put it at the very end of the piece of cardboard, and then with a pencil, we're going to trace a line just like that across the cardboard. So it looks like that. Then with our scissors, we're gonna go ahead and cut it. And that's what it should look like once you're done with that. Now we're gonna make a second strap. What I like to do to make a second strap is use the strap we just made to trace the line. You don't have to do that, you can still use the ruler, but this is just how I tend to do it. So let's go ahead and draw, we'll trace the line, we'll draw the same thing. And then we'll go ahead and cut that out as well. After that, you should have two straps that look just like this. So now that we're done making the straps, it's time to start making the middle of the belt, or whatever that piece is called. Now first you want to think about the design of your belt. You can do whatever you want, but for this tutorial, I'm going to do a circle. Now you want to make sure that the shape is big enough so you can tape it to both of the straps. So what I do is I put both straps on the cardboard like this. It's kind of hard to do that because this cardboard piece I'm using is kind of folded. Then I take my pencil and I go a couple inches up the piece of cardboard and then start tracing my shape. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just do the best you can. So now that we made our shape, we simply cut it out. Okay, now we have our shape. And with that, we have all three of our pieces. So when we put them together, they should look something like this. Now that we have our shapes, it's time to start decorating. Let's start with the straps again. Let's take our construction paper. Use whatever colors you want, obviously. I'm using red and blue for this tutorial. What I want to do, same thing what we did before with the cardboard and the ruler. You want to put your strap on the construction paper, put it at the very end, and then trace a line. Kind of messed up a little bit there, but it's fine. Not to be perfect. And then, of course, we're going to cut it out. And there we go. I'm going to take the second strap and do the same thing. Now that we have those cut out, it's time to take our glue stick So what we're going to do here, we are going to glue the construction paper. Make sure you get it all nice and gluified. Is that even a word? Probably not, but I don't care. I invented a new word. Once you think it's all nice and gluified, then you want to take your strap and then stick the construction paper onto it. I know it's not showing up on camera, but this is what it should look like at the end. I recommend cutting some of the sides of the construction paper, make it look more neat, like I'm doing right now. So yeah, it looks a little bit better. If the paper doesn't fit perfectly onto the strap, don't worry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and do it to the second strap. Again, make sure the paper is all nice and gluified. And then take your other strap, stick the paper on there. And there we go. You have 2 straps right there. This next step isn't a requirement for your belt. It's just something you can do on the side to make your belts even more colorful. So this is what we're going to be using our second piece of construction paper. I'm using blue, of course. So same case with the other construction paper. Grab your strap, trace the line, and cut it out. And you want to go ahead and do the same thing for the other strap. Now before we start gluing, we're going to cut some of the edge of the paper. That way, when you glue it onto the strap, you'll still be able to see the other piece of construction paper you previously did. Once you're done with that, go on and start gluifying the paper and then stick it right on the top of the strap so that it looks like that. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other strap, like so. Once you're done, the strap should look like this now. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Now let's start decorating the middle part. So what we're going to do, take our shape and trace it. Yeah, this is all about tracing, if you notice. And then, what do you think we do next? We cut it. And there's our lovely shape. I'm going to go ahead and glue that bad boy. Gotta get all the edges and all that. Then we'll just stick it right onto our shape. You might have to cut some of the shape to make it a bit neater. You know, you don't want the residue to show. And there we go. Now we're going to do the same thing for the straps that we did earlier, that I said wasn't a requirement. That's the same case here, but if you want to make your belts more colorful, you know, this is how you do it. So same thing we did before with the shape. Put the shape on the construction paper. Trace your shape. Just like that. And then cut it. What I'm doing now is drawing my shape inside the edges of the paper, so that when I cut it, I'll be able to get the edges off. And then once you get your edges off, you glue it like so. And then stick it right on top. So now it should look like this. Now we're gonna have to give our championship belt a name. You can call it whatever you want. For the tutorial, I'm gonna call it the PCW Championship. So we're going to go ahead and draw the letters. If you want to make your letters bubble letters, I recommend using one of those letter stencils to make it easier. I couldn't find mine for this video, so I'm doing it by hand. If you don't care about the bubble letters, you want to just write the name of the championship belt on your shape, that's fine too. Just make sure you're using a colored marker or Sharpie as you're doing it. If you want to trace it, like write it first and then trace it with the marker or Sharpie, you can do that. It's up to you how you want to make the letters. But for this tutorial, I'm doing bubble letters. Once we're done with that, we're going to take our marker and then we're going to color it in. Yeah, just make it all nice and colorful. Now your belt should look like this. And now we're on the final step. This is where we're going to use the tape. Like I said before, I recommend using Scotch tape because I feel like it works the best when putting cardboard together. Once we have our first piece of tape, we are going to fold it. And then we're going to take a strap, stick the tape on it, and then tape that to our shape like this. Remember when I said before about how it doesn't matter if the construction paper doesn't fit all the way onto the strap? You can just simply tape that side that's not covered with paper to the shape. And once that's all said and done, you have your championship belt. And that is how I make my PCW championship belts. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful for those looking to make their own championship belts, whether it's just for fun or if they have their own plush wrestling series on YouTube and they want to make belts for them. And if anyone has any questions you want to ask me, make sure you leave them in the comments below if you're stuck on something. I'll help explain it to you. And that's pretty much all I have to say here. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. And hopefully next week we'll get back into more PCW action. But for right now, it's time for me to hit the road. That's going to be it for today's video. Did you like it? If you did, give me a solid and punch the like button below like a piece of dough. And if this is your first time on this channel, and you like what you saw, and you want to come back for more, hit that subscribe button so you become a member of the Pizza Man Mario Party today. Share the video with your friends, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, or whoever you want to share with. Hit that bell and turn notifications to be the first one to see all upcoming videos. At a time, leave a comment. Till next time, this is your boy Mike signing out, so peace out, y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.